standing there? That's how they're gonna come out in the video? All right, so we wrapped up the full stainless exhaust on this S38 E30 M3. So we'll start from the back, which is dual 3-inch double wall slant cut tips. We're using dual ultra quiet resonators as mufflers. We have 2 resonators here, a couple V-bands, cats, X-pipe, and we modified the collectors on the headers. Customer opted to do 2 3/4 front section. So we did custom 2 3/4 X-pipe, and then from the cat back, it's dual 2.5 all the way out.
So I just finished restoring these S14 throttle bodies. We pretty much media bass them or vapor hone. We completely disassembled, or we don't get any of the media on the bearings. Brand new throttle body gaskets, all new seals. Everything's re-greased, cat plated, and whatever we've not replaced, we refurbish. Like the center shaft, the linkage, all this is polished out. New aluminum sleeve, and pretty much just slap it on, and then we put the finishing caps once we tune the throttle bodies.
Okay, so this is the S14 that came out of the E30 M3. We're doing the undercarriage restoration. We didn't do a complete rebuild on this motor because the compression and the leak down checked out, but we did do rod bearings, every single gasket imaginable. We rebuilt the throttle bodies, timing chain components. The customer opted to do a wrinkle finish red valve cover and plenum, and then Adam went ahead and machined it to a factory finish. We cat plated all the hardware, vapor honed all the aluminum, all the steel components got cleaned up, and she's ready to be reinstalled into the car, which we're about to do shortly, and we will continue this process. But yeah, it's a very extensive refresh that we did on this motor. Again, like I said, we didn't do pistons, rings, any of that because it was good, but we did go through everything else, and you guys will see what the finished product looks like. Gonna like turn blue, but it's gonna fray. It's gonna look all nasty.
That's why I cut the tip, but
you can see we're assembling it. This is where all the little fun detail stuff happens. Wash this, recondition that, replace this. Now every single piece of the puzzle like stands out like a sore thumb if it's not at least 75–80% in good condition. You know, so we have all his old parts. Most of them aren't even being used because they're not up to par. But we're just assembling, you know, all the small trim, the condenser, the fan, all that's supposed to go in. Mike just finished wrapping up some underdash stuff. Adam's working on repairing a few little plastic tabs that are broken. You know, new accelerator cable, new cruise control cable, everything new, and we're unfucking everything else that someone else did on this car. So, you know, things take a little longer when we're doing a, you know, a restoration type job.
The next morning.
The wheels that are going to be going on the E30 M3 that we're doing the full undercarriage restoration. These are BBS LMs, as many of you know. I think these are going to look phenomenal in the car. And then we also got a couple set of Style 5s for a few other builds we're doing. Best bang for your buck BBS wheel. So we had some issues with the power steering pump on the E30 M3 that we did the undercarriage restoration. So Adam's just finished wrapping up an inspection on the pump. Turns out that the snout got stiff, probably from degreasing it. Probably got some debris in there, or it was already previous that we didn't catch it. So we went ahead and changed the seals and refurbished the pump. We didn't do any of the internals, we just, you know, changed the seals in it. Okay, final steps of finalizing the E30 M3 that we did the undercarriage restoration. Needs a couple things. Adam is wrapping up the power steering pump. Daniel's gonna do a nut and bolt check on everything. But walk with me here, you'll see everything, absolutely everything has been reconditioned, replaced, restored back to its original shape. Every nut and bolt. Like I said, we're gonna install one AC line, charge the AC system. Alignment's already been done. I gotta bed in the brakes, slap on the hood, get the car detailed, and it is 100% complete.